Hello, 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 and welcome to the Coaching Corner. Let me make sure my sound is good. Hello, 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 and welcome to the Coaching Corner. All right. Make sure my sound is good. Hello, hello, hello. Sound is good. Great, 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 great. Let me just. Sound is good. Okay, great. There we go. Sound was good. Alrighty. So let me. If you see me turning to my left, I'm going live on my Instagram as well, as I always do. Hold up. All right, and we are going to go live. We are now live. Yes. So welcome to the Coaching Corner with me, Jamila, the IEP Coach. So thank you all so much for joining me tonight. As always, we go live 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single Tuesday. Okay? And for those of you who are catching this on the replay, please put hashtag replay in the comments so that I know you're catching it on the replay. And as always, before we begin, share this out. Share out this live. Tag people. Share it out. And I'm going to be doing it as I'm telling you to do it. All right. Let me move this back. Okay, hold up. Cool. There we go. Okay. X out of that. Good. Boom. There we go. All right. So let's share this out on... Share this out. Share it out with as many people as possible. Let me make sure this is not my camera doing that. Okay, that's a little better. It seemed a little blurry at first. All right, so make sure you are sharing this out with as many people as possible. And I'm sharing this out as well. So share it out. All right. So share out. And I hope everybody had a great day. I was feeling horrible the past couple of days. I was like, I have this live I have to do. So I was doing what I needed to do to make sure I had a voice to come on live with you guys tonight, because I enjoy going live with you all tonight. So I do feel way better than what I did before. I did not have COVID, thank the Lord, but I was a little under the weather. And again, as I said, I am feeling much better now. So yes, share out. There we go. All right, so I've shared it out. I pray that you guys have shared it out as well, because I can't wait to get started. Alrighty. I've shared it out. Cancel that. Let me make sure I'm not having any problems here. Alright. Okay. Everything's good. All right. So today's discussion is going to be about progress monitoring. It's about progress monitoring, okay? And excuse me, I made a reel today that I posted today, and it focused on some tips for progress monitoring, because progress monitoring is not just for students that have an individualized education plan, aka IEP. A progress monitoring is for all students. So you do it for students that have IEPs, as well as general education students that do not have an IEP. So I thought, why not talk about progress monitoring, because it's something that benefits all students here. Okay? All right. I don't know why this keeps pausing. Okay, keeps pausing. Okay, let me stop this IG live and then start it back up again. Discard video. Okay, I'm gonna go live again on IG. For some reason, it was pausing. Sorry, guys. All right, I'm just going back. Okay, so I'm live again. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I'm just going to share this out real quick. So, tonight's topic is about progress monitoring. My reel that was posted today focused on tips for progress monitoring, because progress monitoring benefits all students, not just students that have an IEP. It benefits students that don't have an IEP. All right. So, the 5 tips that I shared in my reel were: establish clear goals, use data-driven decision making, monitor progress frequently, keep track of student progress, and communicate the progress with the parent or guardian. Okay, so I'm going to just break down each one, going a little bit more detail with each tip that I just shared. And again, share out this live with as many people as possible. If you are on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, definitely tag people, tag it, share it on your pages. And if you're on Instagram, share it out, share this live with as many people as possible. So when I say, hold on one second, because it's like a clear. Okay. So when I say establish clear goals for each student, you want to know what is going to be the focus for each student that you want to progress monitor. That's a glare. Okay. You need to have specific objectives. So if your goal for a student is comprehension, what specifically regarding comprehension you want them to achieve? So what is it specifically? Is it understanding context clues? Is it understanding how to answer different types of comprehension questions? Like what is the particular objective or goal that you want to focus on? Because you need to be clear on what you're going to be focusing on for a student. So you're not all over the place, like, oh, we're doing this. You want to be focused, goal focused on what you want to accomplish, or what you want that student to accomplish. What do you want them to, improve on? So that's the first thing. So, and you have to, and if the goal is, let's say your objective is for them to improve their comprehension by understanding how to use context clues, then you need to make sure you are assessing that too. So you want to make sure you're regularly assessing that objective that you have. So first thing, when you establish your clear goals, be specific. What is the goal for this student? What do I want them to achieve? Okay, so what is the goal? What do you want them to achieve? Hello, everyone. Hello, Discover Me 40. Hello, Tracy Thomas 1070. Hello, they call me _Weiss. I hope I said that right. Hello, protectme.ie. Thank you all for joining. Okay, so that was the first tip. You want to be clear on your objectives. So tip number 2, use data-driven decision making. So you want to make sure you are collecting data for that particular goal objective that you're doing. Okay, so again, if you are focusing on comprehension and you're focusing on context clues, just for an example, you want to make sure that you are assessing that regularly for students. So using your data, so making sure, okay, this is the goal. How often are you going to assess that? Will it be weekly? Will it be bi-weekly? Will it be every other week? How often will you assess context clues for that student if that is their goal? Or if their goal is to be able to proficiently multiply double-digit numbers, then you need to be assessing that student on double-digit numbers weekly, bi-weekly, every other week. How often are you going to collect data? And you have to consistently collect data. It is not just one time. You consistently collect data. So you want to at least have 3 pieces of data or 4 data points for that student. So you can say, okay, if the goal is every 2 weeks, if you want to progress monitor that goal every 2 weeks, you need to be doing an assessment on that objective. So first 2 weeks you took it, okay, they got a 50%. Another 2 weeks go by, you assess them again. They may have gone up. You want to see, is improvement being done? Is improvement being made? Hello, the Diana Moore. Hello. Thank you for joining us. You want to make sure you see improvement. Let's say, they got 60% next time, and then two weeks later, they might got 65% or 70% or even 80%. You want to make sure you are seeing growth. What you don't want to see is, they're digressing, meaning they're not making improvement, they're actually kind of moving backwards. Because then if they are moving backwards, you want to see, okay, what is going on? Why isn't this student progressing? And it could be the time of day you're progress monitoring. You may be progress monitoring in the afternoon, and they're more of morning people. They're tired after lunch. So you need to be mindful when you are progress monitoring students too, because the time of day that you're doing it can affect their performance. Did they eat? Did they not eat? Did they overeat? If they are feeling sick, if they are in some type of discomfort, you need to be aware of that, because that can affect their performance. Okay? Now, the next tip is you want to monitor the progress frequently. So again, be consistent with how often you will progress monitor the goal or the objectives. So again, have a schedule of when you're going to progress monitor. When I progress monitor, for the most part, I do it bi-weekly. So it's every 2 weeks I am assessing a student. I would assess a student. Okay, so if it was math, they had a math probe that they needed to complete. If it was reading comprehension, they had a reading comprehension probe that they had to complete. If it was, depending on whatever that student's goals were, they got progress monitoring and progress monitored. Now, some school districts and some networks, they have progress monitoring systems like AimsWeb, or if you don't have any system that allows you to assign probes to students to collect the data, you can create your own system. You can give the assessments, keep them in a folder or keep them in a binder for that student or for your class, and then you can create a chart on an Excel sheet or on a document. Just create a table, and you can put in the dates that you progress monitor that particular goal or objective for that student, and what it was it quiz number 1, quiz number 2, or you can say math probe 1, math probe 2, and then put their score, so that way you have like a table chart of the data, because you have to consistently collect the data and then monitor the progress. Because after the second one, when you do the second one, you do the first one, that's like your baseline. Then when you do your second one, you can see, okay, they got higher than that baseline score. But if they got below that baseline score, it's gonna help you to see, okay, what changes do I need to make here, because something's going on. Okay. Hello, R. Color 12. I hope I said that right. Hello. Tip number 4, you want to keep track of student progress. So create a system of tracking student progress, such as a spreadsheet, like I said, or data tracking software. Like I mentioned, some schools use AimsWeb. And the reason I'm saying AimsWeb, because that's what I have experience with using. But I know some schools use other systems. Hello, Advocacy Unlimited. Okay. And last but not least, you want to make sure you communicate the progress with parents. So you want to regularly update parents or guardians on their child's progress and provide guidance on how to help them at home. So progress reports, for students that have IEPs, there's a progress report on their IEP goals. But then students in the classroom, and just all students in general that you are progress monitoring, you can create progress reports for them. Using the data that you have collected on the goals that you have progress monitored. Okay, so it makes progress monitor, can't even talk this evening. Progress monitoring can sometimes seem like an overwhelming job to do, But when you have a system and you're consistent with it, it's not that difficult. And it's not that strenuous either. Okay? So let me just recap the tips. So we have established clear goals for each student. So you want to decide on specific objectives that you want each student to achieve and regularly assess the student on that goal or objective. Okay? That's number one. Number two, use data-driven decision making, meaning you have to analyze the student data to identify areas where they are, where the areas of need are, and then also areas that they're strong in. Okay? So that helps you to see where they're strong, where they're weak, and then that helps to guide your instruction in the classroom, because by using that data you can say, oh, I need to reteach this, or you know what, oh, they mastered this, I can go on and do something new. Hello, Suhaib Bedun, I hope I said that right. By using the making data-driven decisions, you're using the data that you collect from the progress. Suha, my apologies. By using the data that you collect for those goals and objectives that you created, that will help you to guide your instruction in the classroom, teachers, because looking at the data helps you to see what the student has mastered and what they have not, and that helps you to adjust your instruction so you can target the particular areas of need. Tip number 3, monitor progress frequently. So you schedule when you're going to progress monitor the student. So again, is this going to be weekly? Will it be bi-weekly? Will it be every other week? So you want to make sure that you consistently monitor and frequently monitor the progress that the student is making when you review it, when you do your when you have your sessions where you are assessing the student. Okay? Number 4, keep track of the student's progress. So create a system for tracking student progress, such as a spreadsheet or a data tracking software. For example, AimsWeb. AimsWeb has, you can create goals. You can assign the exact progress monitoring probes that you want to do for that particular goal. You can assign it directly to the student, and they can go on their account and take that particular probe. I loved AimsWeb. And what AimsWeb does, it creates a chart for you. All you got to do is write a blurb about the chart. It makes it much easier, and it stores all the data in one space, in one spot. Last but not least, you want to communicate the progress with the parents. So you want to regularly update parents on how the child is doing, and then inform the parent of what they can do at home to support what you're doing in the classroom. Okay? So let me just review those tips real quick. Establish clear goals. Use data-driven decision making. Monitor progress monitoring frequently. Keep track of the student progress, and communicate the progress with the parent regularly. And if you're noticing that the student is not progressing and they are regressing, you want to be able to look at what you're doing and say, okay, let's look at the time of day we're assessing. Let's look at how the student is feeling. Talk to the student. How are you doing? There have been times where I always did my progress monitoring in the morning, and as soon as students came in, and I know for some of my students, sometimes they didn't score as high. So sometimes I would like, are you tired? Did you not eat breakfast? And that would affect how they performed on the probe, because they either was too tired and was going to sleep and just circled whatever, or just wrote whatever, or they were hungry and they just again wrote whatever because they didn't feel like it. They were cranky or whatever. Hello, Autism Success Academy, hello. So definitely take that into consideration when you are doing your progress monitoring. Okay, so I go into more detail. If you want to go into more greater detail, I go into greater detail with my Master the IEP course. I'm going to drop the link for that here in the I put it in the comments, and I'm also going to put it in the comments here on IG. If this is something, if you want to go into more detail and learn more detail about progress monitoring, you can definitely, check out my course, because I go into greater detail, with that. Also, you can replay this live again, watch it again, and you can, get the tips. But again, like I said, if you want to go in greater detail and learn more about progress monitoring, I go over it in my Master the IEP course. And I just dropped the link on IG. I dropped the link in the comments here. Okay. If you are catching this on the replay, please put hashtag replay. Oh, you're welcome, Suha. You're welcome. Please put hashtag replay if you are catching this on a replay. Again, I am Jamila, aka the IEP Coach, and I am the owner of the IEP Coach LLC. We support principals with helping them to keep their special education teachers from leaving. We provide professional development, coaching, and other services to help tailor specifically to the needs of special education teachers, so they feel supported, they have their resources, and they stay. Can you talk about CLD parents? That can be another live, Suhai, and you can definitely DM me about that. Hello, everyone. Hello, being who, yo. Hello. You can definitely send me a DM and tell me more about that in the DM, and that can be another live. Yes, so definitely do that. Also, thank you so much to City Neighbors Foundation, who are located in Baltimore. I did the Education Summit last weekend, and it was amazing. I so enjoyed that Education Summit. I did a workshop on co-teaching. I love co-teaching. And it was just great, working with the teachers and supporting them and being able to, just give them more information to take back to their schools. So I definitely enjoyed it. And thank you so much, City Neighbors Foundation. I greatly appreciate it. Those of you who want to follow me or new to following me, please follow me on all platforms. I can be found at the IEP Coach LLC on all platforms, and I am going to put my link tree in the comments as well. If you are on IG, just click the link in my bio. It will take you straight there, and that will allow you to connect with me on all my platforms. You can email me. You can see all the services that I provide as well. That's there as well, okay? So thank you all so much, and have a good evening, and I will see you next Tuesday at the Coaching Corner.